Hey, welcome to day 3 of the Pin to Profit Challenge. Today is all about your perfect bio. If you're brand new here, I'm Rachel Ngom. I'm a Pinterest strategist, and I help female entrepreneurs who are sick and struggling on Facebook and Instagram generate new leads and sales with Pinterest. I'm so happy you're here. As you jump on, give me a shout out. Hey, Brooke. How is it going so far? How have day 1 and 2 been? What has been your biggest takeaway? What have you learned? Hey, Erica. Hey, Cheryl Ann. I'm so happy you're here. We're gonna get the party started. Hey, Cassidy. What have you learned so far, / what's been your favorite part of the challenge? Talk to me. And we'll get into day 3, perfect bio. And we're gonna do, if you haven't caught up, that's totally fine. You can go back and watch days 1 and 2 on the recap page, rachelandgom.com/recap. So if you need to catch up, or they're here on Facebook Live too. So no worries, you can totally catch up. And they're on my podcast. So you have a bazillion different ways that you can actually listen or watch if you want to. Cheryl Ann said yesterday, making a website to set up blogs. Brooke says, I'll admit I'm kind of overwhelmed. That's okay. Just the biggest thing with anything that you're doing that's new is taking baby steps. And so what I like to do, I like to break it down and I say, okay, this is my action steps. I'm going to do this, this, and this. And today, all I'm going to do is this to move forward. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, Kelly. Welcome. Welcome. Talk to me, you guys. How's it going? And then we'll get into the content. We're going to do the exact same thing. Today's lesson is short because it's mostly teaching you to take action. We're doing small little action steps, and then I have some Q&A that I printed out from the group. And then if you guys have extra questions, I'll stay on live here with you. Erica says, I've learned how to tweak my pages, so that's awesome. And I downloaded WordPress. Yay for taking action. Sarah says, I created my business Pinterest, built my site, created a blog, used Buffer to auto post on Facebook. You did all that, girlfriend? Excuse me. Oh, dude, that's crazy. I can't believe you did all that. That's amazing. Am I frozen for anybody else? Because Carolyn says I'm frozen on her PC. It might just be your PC. Erica says, how can I do a podcast? I suck at live videos and want to really engage my customers. That I could do a podcast or a blog post about how to create a podcast. It's actually, there's a lot that goes into it. I had no idea. It was a lot of work getting it set up. Sarah says, I'm motivated and I'm not frozen. Hey, not frozen. Okay, we're good. What else have you guys learned? And who else has taken massive action? Because like I said, I love working with the doers and the people that are getting ish done. So if you've been taking massive action since we're on day 3 of the challenge, tell me what you've done because that makes me so happy. Chelsea says, I created some more boards based on what I came up with in the homework yesterday. Good job. Kenya says, hey, going great, not frozen. Hey, Magnolia. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It is a beautiful day. Let's get into talking about your perfect bio. Okay, so the bio, some of you guys, I saw you wrote really great bios, but they were too long. So the Pinterest bio needs to be 160 characters. So we're going to be short, sweet, succinct, and very much to the point. Morgan says, I have my freebie created, ready to send to subscribers. Yes, girlfriend. Jamie said, love the bio template in today's homework. So helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm so happy you liked it. Erica created new boards too. Kelly had massive Pinterest cleanup and blog writing, repurposing. You guys are all taking action. Kathy created different boards. I'm so happy right now. You have no idea. Magnolia finally narrowed down my ideal client. Heather started setting up a blog. Cheryl Ann made a board and tips and tricks working with polymer clay and added pins to them. You guys, I can't believe it. You're doing so good. Okay, so even if you're feeling overwhelmed and you're like, holy moly, there's so much to do, just take a step back and remind yourself, I just did all of that. Like, celebrate all those little wins because that's huge. Brooke says, I cleaned up my current boards, created new ones, have a WordPress account, have a bio written. That's amazing. Amazing. Celebrate all of that. I'm going to open a bottle of wine for you. We have champagne in the fridge too. So we're going to have a huge celebration, especially on day 5. Day 5, we're having like a legit party. It's going to be so much fun. So much fun. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Welcome, Jennifer. Welcome, Amy. Welcome, Danielle and Deborah. Kenya says, lots of new ideas, changing things up on Pinterest boards, making sense and excited for the change. Yay. Welcome, Jackie. Okay, so let's get into the bio, and then I'm going to focus on you, and then I'll come back and read the comments, okay? Focus, Rachel. Okay, so I want to share with you an example of my bio, and I actually changed this like a couple of days ago before, right after I wrote the email. So it was, I equip female entrepreneurs to increase their influence, income, and impact by using Pinterest. I changed it to something a little bit more action-oriented to I help female entrepreneurs get more leads and sales using Pinterest. So short, sweet, to the point, very direct. You understand exactly what I do by that bio, right? Okay, so a couple more examples that I want to share with you. I help busy moms lose the baby weight with intermittent fasting and keto. Sign up for my free grocery list. Do you guys see how these are so specific? It's very specific on who it is that I help. So with the first one, female entrepreneurs. Second one, busy moms that need to lose the baby weight. And it's very specific too with how I help them. So I'm not saying I'm going to do 5 million things that are going to help you. It's very niched down based off of what we learned yesterday. It's very specific. And I say, I'm going to help you lose the baby weight by intermittent fasting and keto. And then I give them a call to action. Sign up for my free grocery list. So call to action, super key. Try and get that in 160 characters if you can. Another one is I help female entrepreneurs build influential brands online. Sign up for my free branding cheat sheet. So you see, super short, sweet, to the point, succinct, but in those 160 characters, it's very clear on who it is that I'm helping, because people just care when they come to your Pinterest account. All they want to know is what's in it for me. That's all they want to know. And so you got to make sure you're answering that question in your bio. So when they land on your account, they're like, ooh, this chick can help me. Okay, how can I learn more from her? And that's where you have the call to action with your cheat sheet, or whatever it is that you have, whatever freebie that it is. So also keep in mind, Pinterest is a search engine like we talked about. So if you can infuse keywords into your bio, that will be awesome. So one of the ones that I included in my bio is get more leads. So tomorrow we're talking all about keywords, but that's like a specific keyword that people can go and search for on Pinterest. And when they search for it, a lot of times I pop up because that's the keyword that I'm targeting. But don't worry if that doesn't make sense. Tomorrow we'll dive in deeper to that. Okay, so you can infuse keywords in both your bio and your description, but you can see my profile as an example. So your homework for today was to write your bio, and I had a little template for you. So the bio template is I help, whoever it is that you help, learn, do/become, however you're going to help them, and then sign up for whatever freebie it is. If you don't have a freebie yet, that's okay. We will get there too. I'll talk about how we can get started on that on Friday. But the biggest thing is that you give them some kind of a call to action. So maybe it could be just directing them to your blog for now, or maybe you have a Facebook community, but you want to direct them somewhere. Okay. And pro tip, because some of you guys are in network marketing, pro tip is to not mention your network marketing company. This could be an entire training on how to succeed in network marketing, but nobody knew what company I was really a part of, especially on Pinterest and on my blog. I never really mentioned it. And so a pro tip would be to brand you, not your network marketing company. Okay. So action steps for today was to create your bio. And just a reminder that all of the previous videos and homework is on the recap page, rachelandgom.com/recap. And what you need to do is take a screenshot of me teaching you, or your notes, whatever it is that you want to do, and then tag me on Instagram at She's Making an Impact, and I'll do some sweet giveaways tomorrow based on who I see tags me, okay? Okay, so I wanted to actually go through some of your guys' bios, ones that really stood out to me as being really on point. And that's if it's not on point right now, you can always go back and change it. So don't think you have to be perfect with any of the stuff right now. You can always go back and make it better. Like I said, I just changed mine to make it better. So you can always go back and tweak as you're learning more stuff. But the most important thing is that you're taking action. Okay. Cassidy Kanzani says, I help people with food allergies and intolerances put healthy, delicious food on the table. Sign up for my secret formula to up your green smoothie game. So it's really good. The only thing I want you to get a little more niche down is, who do you help? So instead of just saying people, do you help moms? I don't know, but think of if you can niche that down a little further. Deborah Maxwell says, I help families confidently travel together around the world. We've traveled with our baby to 12 countries before she turned 12 months old. Get my free packing list. I love the call to action. I love how very specific it is. And if I was not a seasoned traveler, I would totally be hitting you up as well. Alyssa Etta says, I help people struggling with anxiety learn stress management, coping strategies, and how to become aware of their limiting beliefs. Sign up to join my email list today. So I love the first part. And then the second one is, nobody wants to sign up for another email list. So we have to create some kind of a freebie to entice them to get on your email list. And so that's the only part that I would change. Otherwise, really, really good. Corey Tardif said, this one was tricky for me. Hard to say all I want in just 160 characters. No. But she said, I empower everyday supermoms with essential oil knowledge to keep their families and homes healthy and happy. Click the link for easy DIY tips and education. Awesome. And then Deb Malat said, I help local business owners attract and get more paying clients for their business. Click the video link below for a detailed plan of action to help scale your business to new levels. So good. So good. Like, I love how very specific it is with who it is that you're serving and how it is that you're serving them with the call to action. And then I just wanted to give you guys some shout outs because I'm, like I said, I'm so proud of you. Carolyn Sadowski already created 177 Pinterest boards that she made secret. She left 5 boards of her content visible. She set up a blog on her Shopify store. She mailed out paint palette purchased via a Pinterest lead. Good job. And she's ready to take on Pinterest. So good. So good. Okay. And then I wanted to answer some of your questions. Oh, lots of questions. Kenya says, lots of new ideas, changing things up on Pinterest board, making sense and excited for the change. Cheryl Ann, I went with GoDaddy for my website. Cool. GoDaddy's awesome. Brooke has the champagne emojis. You're speaking to my soul. Kelly says, struggling with the bio a bit. I'm having a hard time simplifying my message while leaving enough room for a download. It's hard. Post it in the group and see how everyone can help you. Carolyn said, did my first posting on my blog. Yes. Hi, A Teacher's Creative Space. Sela says, I have my ideal client. I have board revamping process, still working on my bio to figure out what I can offer them. You guys, like, do you understand how much you've gotten done in 2.5 days? This is insanity. Insanity. Adele says, I made the live. Yes. Yes. Sasha's here. Hey. Magnolia says, I never look at anyone's bio on Pinterest. Never. Okay. Cheryl Ann says, I was thinking of offering free shipping on the first order. Yes, you can totally do that. And that would be a really good lead magnet if you have physical products. Will the bio script be on the page? Yep. The homework is all going to be up on the recap page. Nay says, how do I direct them to my website to sign up for my newsletter? I fixed my bio, but don't see where they'd be redirected. You can add a link in there. So you can add a link on your profile. I don't even know how to tag on Instagram, says Adele. I won't even go there. But if she's making an impact on Instagram, Cassidy says, thank you. You're welcome. Kelly says, I got this totally wrong. That's okay. That's okay if you got it wrong, because we can go back and we can make it better. We can go back and make it better. Jen says, any suggestions for a call to action for an e-commerce store? So we just mentioned one, free shipping. Another one would be a discount code. Those are some really good ones. Dina says, I have 2 posts on my blog, but I struggle with there to take it, so I haven't even touched my Pinterest. Not exactly sure what you mean. Nay says, thanks. Carolyn says, done more in 2 days than I did in 6 years on Pinterest. Are you kidding me? Okay, that's awesome. Wendy says, yesterday you mentioned reposting our pins. Will searchers see our multiple pins where they just show up once? If they look at your board and they're like scrolling through your board forever, they might see it. But if they're just scrolling through the newsfeed, or if they're just searching for it, they probably won't see it. The discount code. Yes. Okay. Post your questions. I'm going to answer the questions that I saw in the group. So Lindell said, in day 3, can you please mention the company or rep use for outsourcing overseas? I like the idea, but it's also daunting. So there's a couple different things you can do. Upwork.com is where you can find virtual assistants, specifically in the Philippines. They have some really good ones. I've had 2 virtual assistants from the Philippines, and they're amazing. So Upwork.com. And then if you need little things done, so I've used Fiverr, Fiverr.com. If anyone wants to put these in the comment section, that would be very helpful. Fiverr.com to do like little things. So they created my podcast graphic, or at least I had them do a draft and then I made it better. Podcast graphics or any kind of graphics that you can get done on Fiverr. You can find someone on Fiverr to do like a podcast intro or create pins. Like there's a lot of things that you could search for on Fiverr to outsource. So Fiverr and Upwork are the ones that I do most often. Emily says, I know this is about gaining traffic from Pinterest to your website, but how do you do it through Instagram? So I'm thinking what you mean is getting traffic to your Instagram account, if I'm not mistaken. And you can actually set up, when you upload a pin, you just change the source URL in that pin. So literally when you click that upload button, you upload the pin and then you decide where you want it to go. So you could send them to your Instagram page. Okay. Dina says, I struggle with the direction to take my blog, so I haven't even done anything on my Pinterest. You'll figure it out as you go. My biggest piece of advice is just to take action and messy action, and you'll figure out what works, what doesn't work, what you like, what you don't like. So many people just sit on ideas swimming through their heads and they're stuck. And so the biggest thing is just that you do something. Take action and you'll figure it out as you go. Kelly says, would love to do a freebie, but I have no idea what it should be. Talk to your people. Ask them what they need help with. Chelsea says, what if the email list isn't working for me? I've got a small email list that I've sent out codes and links to blogs with no results. I feel like a waste of my time last year. You're probably missing some kind of a strategy. I don't know exactly what you're doing with your email list, but there are specific strategies that you can do with your email list to grow your business. Thank you, Cassidy, for posting them in the links. And Kelly, thank you, thank you. Sela says, if you see random posts from me, sorry, my phone is in my pocket and I'm chasing my toddlers. That's okay, mom life. Dina says, great advice, thank you, you're welcome. Cheryl Ann says, is it better to send them to my website with a pin since I have links to Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook? I would rather see them land on your blog, on your website. Yes, I would much rather see them there because that's where you want people to hang out on your website and sign up for your email list and build a relationship with them there. If you send them to social media, they're going to get distracted. Squirrel everyone on Facebook or Instagram. So you want them to get on your website that you own. You're welcome, Sherilyn. Okay, so Hairfit for a Queen says, thanks for responding. Can you talk about getting people to respond to my request to group board invites, or do you have a better way to increase followers and or the number of people who view my pins? Group boards are great, but a lot of people send the request to join and they don't get responses. So it's one of those things you just have to be persistent in. And so using pingroupie.com, you can usually either email or find the Pinterest account. And I would try to contact them in various different ways. So send them a message on Pinterest, send them an email, send them a follow-up email, but also request to join several group boards because some of them might be dead, they might be inactive, or the people might not respond. So it's one of those things you just have to be a little bit persistent in. A little bit. Okay, Tracy says, I'm in direct sales and also have a full-time career. I'd like to get the word out about our products and increase my mailing list, but I'm not sure I can commit the time to a blog, not to mention I don't have a clue on what blogging entails and I don't know what to start. How often do you have to create content for your blog? I suggest creating content on a weekly basis. So all I did was start out doing something one time per week. Every Monday is content creation day. And it's not as overwhelming as you think. Like I said, I could literally take this episode, so this is a Facebook Live that's also going on the podcast that I could put on my blog and create a pin for it. So it's not that I'm like sitting here writing content, but you can take that same content and put it on your blog. So it's just repurposing it and getting the most use out of your content time because you're doing something probably for your business. If you're not, you should be. So it's just getting the most use out of it. Whew. Okay, questions. Kathy says, I've created boards based on the products I make and then pin like items, but feel like I'm helping other people more than me. So you're going to do both. You're going to repin other people's stuff and pin your own stuff. Melinda, your face. Okay. Who do you use to create your email list? I talked about this a little bit yesterday. I use ActiveCampaign. I started with Aweber and I moved up to ActiveCampaign, but a lot of my students start with MailChimp because it's free until you have 2,000 subscribers. And I'm all about free. And in the beginning of your new business, you don't need all the bells and whistles that ActiveCampaign has. So keep it simple and do something that's free. MailChimp. Or Kajabi is also great. Kajabi has like everything in one. You can have a website. You can have opt-in pages. You can have your email list. Like everything. You can host your online course there. And it's $100 a month, but you do everything in there. So it's so good. Nikki says, I haven't posted one pin yet because I'm waiting for tomorrow. I want to make sure I do it right. Just do it. And then you can go back and make it better. Don't wait. Just do it. Do it, do it, do it. Erica says, I'm having trouble with my email list in MailChimp. I'm not a MailChimp expert. I never used MailChimp, so I could not tell you. Do you use guest bloggers? If so, how often? I never have, actually. I'm going to have my first. It's not something that I typically promote that much. I get guests on my podcast, not normally on my blog. But I do have an amazing copywriter. Meryl Kriegsman worked with the ladies in Pin with Purpose and the Lead Generation Lab. She worked really closely with them, and she's going to write a guest blog for me on copywriting. She is amazing. Amazing. Dina says, you mentioned that you pin 30 times a day and that we can pin about 5 times a day to start. How much of that should be creating our own pins? How else can we create pins without having them all be blog posts? So, okay, let me make sure I get it all. Okay, so in the beginning, 5 pins, right? Maybe 4 of them is other people's pins, 1 is your own. And then and in the beginning, you might not even have 5, and that's fine. It's just that you're starting and you're doing something and you're taking action. So I started my blog. I launched my blog. I had 3 subpar blog posts that I launched with, and then I just started creating content every week. And before you know it, you have a lot of content. Like, it really does add up if you stay consistent on a weekly basis. And then I create multiple pins per blog post. So all of that content really adds up. And now I have more than enough content to pin very, very consistently. How can we create pins without having them all be blog posts? So you can create pins in Canva and have them linked to wherever. Like I said, just change that source URL. Any action is better than no action. Thank you, Magnolia. Thank you, thank you. Erica says, do you know of another free one that can be used? I don't know of another free one, but Nay does. Thank you, Nay. So Kenya says, I learned on Pinterest boards, if you gather a bunch of pins, add it to a new board, keep it private until you have a good amount for your audience to look through. Once you're happy with the initial pins, then make it public. Yup, you can totally do that. People can go through all your pins, getting value, finding value in your board, and hopefully come back to you. Yeah, you can totally do that. I usually, when I start a board, I just fill it up right away with other people's content, and then I add my own content to it. So I typically don't make them secret. I just launch it and then add it, fill it up right away with 20 to 30 pins, but you can totally do that too. How many Pinterest followers do you suggest we have before joining group boards? Does not matter. That does not matter. Don't get so caught up on followers because, like I said, Pinterest is a search engine, so the follower count doesn't really matter that much. So don't get caught up in that. Stacy says, I'm excited. I know something is missing, but I see I have 24,000 monthly viewers and I haven't logged in for 5 years. Something's missing if you're not getting results. There's definitely something missing. What other questions do you have? Like I said, tomorrow will be huge keywords, and then day 5 will be even bigger with content. So I hope you guys are excited. Today was more of a lighter day compared to the other days, but I feel like you need a break midweek because there's a lot to learn. Any other questions? Magnolia says I pinned to boards before, but it doesn't seem people repin my post yet. I see other people pin in there all the time. How do I make my boards private? So when you open a board, it's literally in the settings in there that you can just hit secret, and then you can make that board secret. Renee says, I already have new visitors to my store from Pinterest. Are you kidding me? We haven't even covered. There's so much more I have to teach you. We haven't covered anything yet. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Laura says, I already have a big following, but it's all homeschool stuff, so I think I need a new account for business. It's up to you. I transitioned my account from what I was doing before to what I'm doing now. And then I still crazily opened up another account for fitness. I don't think you need to necessarily open a new account, but that's up to you. Kathy says, I'm still confused on how this works for crafters. I'm missing something. Carolyn says, I hid some boards like art supplies, but maybe I should make it public and add my pins to it. You totally can. Melinda asks, are hashtags important for Pinterest? Kind of, not really. It's something that's pretty new on Pinterest, and I honestly don't use hashtags at all on Pinterest. So, I mean, you could add a few to your posts, and it's literally I built my Pinterest account on let's try this and see if it sticks. That's how I build my whole business. Let's try this and see if it sticks. If it doesn't, try something else. If it doesn't, try something else. And so you could try it and see how it works and keep us updated. But they're not a huge deal since Pinterest is a search engine and people are searching for keywords more often than not than they are for hashtags. Chicka chicka. Deborah says, how do you route a photo back to your site if that photo isn't present in the blog post? No worries. So when you go to Pinterest, you'll see that you can hit upload pin. So you can upload a pin directly from your computer, and then it says source URL. So you can take that source URL and have it direct back to that blog post without it actually having to be on your blog. Dina says, I tried to upgrade to a business account on Pinterest and it created a new account. I want to stay with the account that I have. Any suggestions? Contact Pinterest. That has never happened to me before. Hey, Rebecca! How long did you try something before you change it up again? You could try it for a couple months and then see, okay, is this working? Reevaluate, look at analytics, see what's working well, look at Pinterest analytics, look at Tailwind analytics, and then just kind of see, okay, these are the kind of posts that are working well. These are the ones that aren't. Would Weebly or Wix work for a website or something more professional? You can. I'm just a big fan of WordPress. I think there's more ways that you can use WordPress and customize it. So I prefer WordPress, but I guess you can if you want to. I'm just WordPress obsessed. Amber says, I kind of have a personal question I wanted to ask you, but not sure where I should send it. You can email it to me. You're welcome, Melinda. Jen says, I'm confused on how pinning other people's content helps get people to my website. It helps with your ranking within Pinterest. And so Pinterest has what's called the Smart Feed logarithm. And by pinning on a consistent basis, it's going to help boost your ranking within the Smart Feed, which means more people are going to see your content. Hey, Trisha. Is that function available on the phone app for pinning a different photo that's not on your blog? Let's look. Let us look. So open up the Pinterest app. I never pin from my phone, so I don't even know. Add new pin, add a photo, select board. It's thinking. I'm trying it out for you. It doesn't look like it from my phone, but it's also acting really slow. So I would just try it out. Lori says, if an image was previously pinned, yeah, who's calling? Oh, my husband's calling me. It's like in my in my ear. Okay. If an image was previously pinned from a blog post but inadvertently deleted from that post, would it break the pin link? Good question. If you uploaded it from the blog post, it's possible. I actually don't know because that's never happened to me. You're welcome, Kelly. You're welcome, Jen. Yeah, Magnolia, it might not be a feature that's available on your phone, so try on the computer. I do everything on my computer except for like scrolling on Pinterest, and sometimes I'll do like repins on Pinterest. Jess says no, it doesn't. Hey, thanks, Jess. Any other questions? Jen says, anyone have a service-based business? How well does Pinterest work for service-based businesses, especially if offering in my own area? I have online services too. Works great. It works great for any kind of business, I swear. Girlfriend, you need to get a computer. It's a tax write-off. Get a computer. Get a computer. Any other questions? I'm excited to see more of your bios and more of you guys taking action. Dina says, I will write and post some blogs today and get my Pinterest cleaned up today. I love that it's okay to be a bit messy to start. Yes, perfect. Love. Nay says, can I post a boomerang video or normal video to Pinterest? You can do videos on Pinterest. Do you think they get more attention than pictures? It's one of those things I would test out. I think it totally could possibly get more attention than pictures, but it really depends on your audience and if you're using the right keywords and a bunch of other factors, but I think it's definitely something you should test out. You're welcome, Dina. Trisha's got a code for discounts on computers. Awesome. Lori says, you said yesterday you have multiple pins for each post. Do you make some invisible? You can. I literally just save them in a Trello board and then I upload one per day. So they're not necessarily invisible on my blog, although you can do that. And you guys, update. I got the myofascial release massage yesterday. Someone said they actually do that. I forget who it was. So let me look at your website. It was so helpful. So helpful. She was like digging into, like, my whole injury was in my abs. And so like in my belly, but it felt really good. Erica says, I'm following you on Pinterest. Great content. Thank you. Carolyn says, looking forward to the keyword lesson. Keywords are everything. My podcast is the She's Making an Impact podcast.com. Trello board. Cassidy says, do you say Trello board? Trello. Trello. I use Trello for my life, but it's a really cool way to organize everything. So we have our team in there. We assign tasks in there. I put my to-do list in there. I put my blog content in there. I put ideas in there. Travel packing list. My life is in Trello. Thank you guys. Trello. It's everything. Everything. Oh, I did not have my computer plugged in. I'm like, why are you running out of battery? There we go. Okay. Any last questions? Because I want to make sure you guys are implementing and taking massive action. Dina says, I'm just getting started with Trello boards for business. I use them for meal planning and home stuff right now. So you're starting. You must be sleepy today. I know. What's going on? Jump up and down, move around. Okay, well, I'm going to let you guys go and take massive action. I look forward to seeing everything that you're doing in the Facebook community. And day 3, you guys are amazing. I'm super proud of you. Keep it up. Amber asks, is your course that launches Friday different from your Creating Killer Content course? Yes, way, way, way different. Creating Killer Content's like a baby. It's like this big compared to what's coming on Friday. Get excited. Nikki says, should I have a board that's just my content or should I mix it with other people's content? I have one board that's only my content. So it's a specific blog post board. And then I have boards that are a mixture, but I have one that's only my content. Carolyn says, is the monthly fee for Canva worth it? I think so, because you can set up your brand colors and fonts in there, which makes it like so easy to make your Pinterest images on brand. I really do think it's worth it. For sure. Magnolia says, super excited about the course. I need so much help. You're going to get all the help you need, girlfriend. I'm so excited. Sasha says, I'm listening while converting my Pinterest stuff to the Pinterest account. Action! Yes! I love it. You're welcome, Nikki. Nay says, I started using Canva and I like it, but a good free one is Spark by Adobe. Cool. I'm just Canva obsessed. I've been using it and it makes it so easy. So easy. I love easy. Anything that's easy, I'm a big fan of. Okay. Massive action time. You guys get to it. Post in the Facebook group everything that you're working on and get ready for tomorrow, day 4. And let's do it. All right. I'm proud of you guys. Have an amazing day and I'll see you tomorrow.